Welcome back, folks. Saturday. No idea if there are any protests today, but hey, I mean, I can't change it even if there will be. Interesting thing yesterday, major update. The army in London yesterday posted on their social media about works that are going to be taking place at horseguards starting in just a few days' time. Interestingly enough, and luckily enough I guess, I did quickly take a screenshot of that and reposted it on my own Instagram. Interesting, why? Well, because for some reason that announcement disappeared. I don't know if somebody up at London District or over the MOD had a premature moment or posted it early. But to give you a rough idea, folks, please note that between the 2nd and the 24th of September, some of the King's Lifeguard ceremonial duties will change. It's the headline title. There will be no 1100 hours guard mounts on horse guards during this time. That made me wonder, 1100 guard mounts? I mean, surely the guard mounts are at 1000 hours. So no idea if that was a typo that they are going to repost at some point. The soldiers will change from mounted review order to dismounted review order, and dismounted soldiers will still be seen daily in the tilt yard between 10 and 4. In other words, back to winter hours. Very interesting. With the dismounted guard change ceremony taking place at 1100 hours and the traditional 1600 hours parade, the famous 4 o'clock. This is to allow essential infrastructure maintenance to take place. This is only at horse guards. Public duties will still take place at Buckingham Palace, St James's Palace, Tower of London and Windsor Castle as usual. These will not be affected by the works taking place at horse guards. So it ends. The public will also continue to see dismounted soldiers on duty at horse guards on a daily basis during this time. In other words, a short version, rather wordy that, maybe that's why they decided to pull it and redo it. Very wordy, and a couple of things that don't quite make a lot of sense. What I'm thinking is that, got a Kim Il-jung who's calling from North Korea, everybody. He's saying to them they need to go dark right now. They've been compromised. You have time to bin their SIMs, passports and everything else and adopt their new North American identities. So as I take, or what I take from that announcement, especially as it was then pulled, is the works probably, in all likelihood, are going to be involving the boxes and or the area in front of the boxes and or are going to be noisy and disruptive, hence there being no horses. Not just because, obviously, if the boxes are being worked on, there can't be horses in them, but more importantly, if there are any works going on that are noisy or involving maintenance, they are likely to be detrimental to the welfare of the horses. In other words, the horses might well freak out yet again. Terrible PR for Hagecove if that happens again. So they've decided, I think, to pull the horses and be safe. And you know what? I think it's the right choice. I've got a very, very good idea of exactly what's going to be taking place, but it clearly hasn't been announced publicly yet, the specifics of it on social media. So I don't really think it's appropriate that I delve into it, especially speculatively. Far better we wait and see. The only reason I'm slightly annoyed, annoyed and delighted in equal measure by the announcement is that, would you believe the day before yesterday I booked my holidays, flights, tickets, everything was booked. Luckily, I never book any hotels ever when I travel. I land and then figure it out as I go. So thank goodness I don't need to rebook lots of hotels, but I'm going to rebook it all over again this weekend. Yeah. So I guess in that respect it's a good thing because it means I can now go soon. I don't need to wait. Plus, I'm going to have almost 2 to 3 weeks of holiday, folks. How lucky am I? Cannot wait. So massive thanks to London District for timing the maintenance works with my annual holidays. The other thing that's a positive is that it's far better that it gets done now. Not for tourists, obviously. A lot of people, including some of our lovely viewers, you know who you are in particular, are going to be in London in the next few weeks and are sadly going to be missing out big time on that situation. But it's far better, the point I was going to make, it's far, far better, repacking the luggage on the street, far, far better it take place now and that it doesn't interrupt two things. One, the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery coming back in winter order, and two, arguably much more important, the Christmas holidays and that remote possibility of us having snow at horse guards. So lots of good news, I would say. Yes, guys, it's annoying that there'll be a 3-week closure. Yes, it's fortunate that there'll be foot guards in the tilt yard. However, there's not going to be really very much of great interest for you, the viewer, during that 3-week period. Okay, because depending on which way Horse Guards is sort of rejigged, whether they might close the front gates and then you permit access from the tunnel, whether they might close the tunnel and then you permit access from the front gates. I mean, I don't know. And the thing is, even if they leave open the tunnel and the front gates, it's not going to be the same without the horses. I mean, Horse Guards is fundamentally all about the horses. No disrespect to the troopers, but it's in the name. It's not really my opinion. It's clearly in the name. Now, a massive difference today in the weather. I'm still, would you believe, at roughly 20 degrees walking around with short sleeves. You'll see a few people also with short sleeves. Most people have decided to jacket or raincoat up. I don't feel the need, to be honest. I've got 2 t-shirts on, insulating layer, top layer. I think it's enough. But then again, I am walking around, so it keeps me warm, I guess. If we see any police, at the moment I can't spot a single officer, I will ask if there are any planned protest marches, whatever, this week. I don't think instinctively that there are. It just doesn't have that Saturday vibe of, hey, something's going to happen. The lovely Korean family that I was filming at the phone box have stopped here, and this is the reason they've stopped. I mean, that really is, other than the Bridge of Sighs, quite extraordinary architecture, isn't it? It's the Foreign Office on the right hand side. This is King Charles Street going toward the cabinet rooms. St James's Park in the distance down the steps. So people, yeah, there won't be, I mean, annoying as it might sound, if I were going to be here for the duration of those 3 weeks, I would probably pop down occasionally, just like I did during the Christmas closure, to be like, hey, update, this is what's being done. And you will probably see that on other channels, but I really honestly hope that other people that film are not going to be permanently standing in the yard in the guards' faces for hours on end. There's a big difference between standing on the public highway and filming somebody who's in an elevated position on the horse, and was looking over all of you, and thus in some respects able to not just overlook but ignore it fundamentally. And the usual suspects spending 3, 4, 5 hours plus standing in the same position in front of a mounted foot guard. So I really do hope that other YouTubers, etc., will switch their front lobe on for a change and start thinking a little bit more about the guards, about their need for a bit of space when they're working in the yard, and more importantly, stop thinking about their wallets, because there are certain things in life that are more important than money. It's a pity that some people don't get that. Health being obviously the foremost. So the Blues are still here. We had a bit of a interesting moment yesterday. One horse that I identified, I forget which name now, turned out to be Thor. If you guys don't follow the Instagram and see the daily horse picture updates, do so. I'll be linking to my Insta for that army announcement in this video. And the reason being that even after I changed the description to Thor, I wasn't entirely sure. But then, luckily, the trooper that was on that horse yesterday chimed in to say, that's me. So I asked him, obviously, in the comments, please let me know it's Thor. He's like, yep, it's Thor. So, for the first time ever, I can say with 1,000% life or death certainty that we got the name of the horse right. Now, the other one that we'd named a few days ago as being a new one with a blaze, I kind of actually forget, thinking back, which was the original name I popped up. Gelly, thank you Gelly, seems to think, and I trust Gelly because she's, like me, a perfectionist as far as is possible, seems to think that was actually another new Z horse. Now that was a curious one because even the photographers hadn't come across that one yet. Now we don't know, and I'm not going to confirm 100% because I am a stickler for detail. I'm not sure what this dude is doing, taking a whatever against the wall. He looks very sus. We think it might well be a new Z horse named Zorba. Now, not sure entirely, can't confirm it, but I mean, it's pretty specific info. That will also be, if confirmed, our 6th Z horse. We've got Zutalor, Zandvoorder, we've got Zenith, Zara, Zambezi, and hopefully this new one, Zorba. So that will be quite an extraordinary thing if that's correct. That would mean 6. I don't know if that's 3 per regiment. I haven't actually broken down the horses by regiment yet. A couple of them I've marked. Zambezi, Zandvoorde, Zuter Law, but the other 3 I don't think I've actually. Zara we've never yet seen, but we know that she exists. So there's, I guess, good and bad news, folks, with that update. You know, it was important, obviously, that I provided it, and remarkably, that announcement was only on the Army site for a very short period of time. I'm thinking they might repost it either this weekend or on Monday morning. But if the closure is due to be happening on Monday, odd that it was pulled. I mean, it's a pretty major announcement, because any tour groups that are planning on showing their, you know, their parties, the number of people, I mean, God, it's packed here today. What is going on? Look at this. I have no clue, guys, if we're going to be able to get right in front of the horse, but I'm going to try my best. Oh, sorry, it's absolutely jammed. You good?
Hey, John, you're
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good.
You hear the news about next week? No horses. Horses are gone for 3 weeks from Monday.
All together.
Yeah, basically like a closure for 3 weeks.
Holiday.
To do works. Things are being done here, so no horses.
Give me a hug, give me a hug.
Bro, I'm sorry.
I need some rest. No, I need some rest.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Yeah. There'll still be some guards inside, but no horses for 3 weeks, so...
You got videos in your name.
I mean, I'm going to be on holiday, so it doesn't matter to me,
Where are you
but
going?
all over Europe. I'm going to try and do 7 countries in the holiday.
You deserve it.
I mean, to be honest, I did work hard work in inverted commas hard this year, so might as well. Busy,
I
no?
can go, but I can't.
No, I know you've got a lot of responsibilities, I know.
That's all I can do.
Yeah, and you too. Gosh, I mean, there's a massive flood of people here. What on earth?
From which day?
From the 2nd to the, I think the 2nd to the 23rd. Wait.
Second is 3 days time. Monday.
Oh, okay. Maybe touching's back on the menu, guys. Okay. Interesting. I was expecting that, but it is what it is. If you can read it. I mean, if she pulls the kid's arm any harder, it's going to come out of its socket. Okay, let's start for Saturday, guys. Touchy-feely.
Thank you, John. I will read that.
Yeah.
I'll go online and check it.
They deleted it. I don't know why the army deleted it. I reposted it yesterday. I think they'll probably repost it this weekend. But
Okay. Got it.
interesting.
Thank you. They want to give surprise.
I mean, it's a bit of a last-minute thing. Wait, are we the only two here? I don't see anyone else filming.
I just came. 5 minutes ago.
Unless they're hiding. Right, folks, the horse. Very small and cute horse, this one. The hooves are looking pretty new. In other words, I can see the, I guess they're nails. I don't know what do you call the little metal thing. I'm guessing they're nails, not rivets, because we see, in fact, at Hyde Park, I've watched the farriers nailing them in. Also, guys, I've got a new term to throw in for the first ever time in these videos, and I cannot believe that I didn't know this term existed. Chitsman, we've known about a long time. Gatesman, we've known about a long time. Boxman, we've known about pretty much since day one. But here is the 4th word that I'd never heard before. Spurman. Okay? Spurman. A lot of you will already know that, or if not, you might Google it. So I'm not going to sort of say, hey, you know, write in the comments what you think it is. Riding instructors. The riding instructors that teach our magnificent troopers how to ride these HCAV blacks are called spurmen. And I only found that out yesterday in conversation with a trooper. I was actually like, wait, what's a spurman? There we are. So he looked at me like, are you stupid? kind of moment. Spurman is riding instructor. So there we have it. We've now got four words in our HCAV terminology ending with man or mun. Spurman. How the hell did we never come across that? I'm genuinely shocked. I thought we kind of got most of the terminology down. I mean, if we know words like, cartouche, flounce, etc., then, one would have deduced that Spurman would have appeared earlier in our vocab. Right, let me see if I can get a picture of the horse's hoof, guys. A real cute, fluffy head horse. This looks quite a young horse to me. I know, guys, that you can't actually tell the age of a horse other than, according to a lot of you fine folks, from its teeth. Some of them just look like they've got a young, cheeky scoundrel face. Let me see if I can get the number. Oh, this horse was here yesterday. 1 second, people. It's Quetta again. And just come out, confirm, guys, I'm not talking about the state of Qatar in the Middle East. Quetta, I believe it's pronounced, from researches yesterday, which is a Pakistani city, in fact a major Pakistani city in the state of Balochistan. So Quetta, as I'm now going to be pronouncing it, is here again, looking very happy, in fact, today. Noticed that one thing that is massively different between this morning and when we were last here. There's no sunshine. Why? Well, because for the moment, people, we're going to be heading very slowly and sadly, and I really do mean sadly, toward the autumn. It's already the days are getting a little bit shorter. How much shorter? A little bit, but soon a lot shorter. Very, very, very busy yard today. I don't think I've spotted any bodybuilders yet from Austria or Germany or anywhere else. But apparently one of the horses was so nervous that the bodybuilder might still be here that this happened. When he came out to go into the box, he was like, holy, and dropped it on the floor. So that's today's, okay, not today's, but I mean one of today's gatesmen in the archway. In fact, almost glued against the wall at the back. People busy shopping at the guard stall, or the guard shop rather. I always call it a stall. I mean, it is a shop. It's actually the museum shop. I did point that out previously, but some of you have still sort of mentioned, like, why would they have, some gaudy concession in the yard? Because, folks, it raises money from tourists that goes to the museum, the maintenance of the museum at the back. It's no different, really, if we think about it. So, trinkets that are sold in the Louvre in Paris or whatever else. Every single museum and location that's frequented by tourists worldwide, some kind of trinket shop attached. Oh, wait, what's this? Which teddy is that, folks? Let me zoom back out 1 second. Has to get absolutely the right selfie with the teddy. I personally don't get the teddy thing or the toy thing. I do kind of get it when people bring the dogs along, but it always seems a little bit unusual when it's a teddy or similar. People busy waiting on my left to get a picture. Maybe she'll finish today. I don't recognise which toy or which teddy that is. Patient, lovely tourists. In fact, quite a few formed up behind me then. Sometimes I forget about that. Some people do sort of form up behind me, not wanting to either get in or disturb the video. Because if I'm filming something interesting, they actually think that I'm the videographer of the interesting event, whereas I'm just, a mere public observer. Golly, stuck in the crowd now. So we've got a reasonable idea that the trooper to my right is not telling people to get off of his horse. Now, what does that mean here on this side?
I know.
It's the multiple camera crew.
Yeah, basically, I saw everyone doing it, but you know,
If you
I'm the only
can't
one
beat them, join them approach. Yeah, like the last one, literally. Wait, so now how many people do TikTok live here at once? Like about 15. A couple of Chinese guys as well, new Chinese guys.
Like, what is it?
Yeah, yep. But do you know what's happening on Monday here?
No,
Horses are gone.
what? What's happening?
Yep, gone.
Gone where? Holidays?
Yes, it's been closed for works.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How many days?
3 weeks.
Are you serious?
Here, 1 second.
But they'll be here.
No horses, only 2 foot guards in the yard.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize.
The reason they're taking it off, I mean, there's work being done here, etc. Let's just say that things are going to be very different by the end of September.
This is when they measured it, like, oh my god, 6 months ago. You know, they kept measuring it. If you remember, and then nothing happened.
Yep.
It's happening now. Yeah.
Changes are coming, big time. Yeah. Which, to be honest, is kind of overdue. They'll have their 2 guards inside,
Yeah.
but I'm guessing because potentially drilling or other work, obviously it will scare the horses. So they're only having a dismounted guard for 3 weeks. Perfect. I mean, I'm going to go on holiday. I don't know about you, but you just came back from holiday.
Actually, I just came back from holidays, but I'm already booking Lisbon as well.
Ready to go again?
Yeah. So
Okay, why not?
probably going to go Lisbon next week, so we're just finalising the dates.
I mean, the timing's perfect, to be honest,
Yeah.
isn't it? I almost want to send a thank you letter to London Districts. Like, guys, thanks for closing during the holidays. Better that they do it now than over Christmas.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, all of us want to try and film on Christmas Day if we can.
That's true, yeah.
If we
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
So, we'll see. So yeah, that's I guess good and bad news, no?
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah, to be honest, I wish this had happened when I was in Scotland.
Yeah, I know. You just came back from holidays, like, oops, bad news. Yeah, that's Monday though, no? The 2nd is Monday.
Yeah.
So, horses removed from Monday for 3 weeks. Oops. Oh, well, it is what it is. Okay, folks, who have we got here? Which beauty is this one? 1 second. Interesting that sofa, no one else knows about it. Gosh, it's very, very, very windy. You see the horse's mane blowing up, look. Punk rocker. I wonder if the horses actually prefer it when it's windy or not windy. I mean, I guess the wind is natural aircon. 1 second. Oh god, here we go. It's the one that we had massive problems with yesterday. Hey, beautiful horsey, who are you? Me? I'm going to do maybe 7, 8 countries in Europe, starting Scandinavia, work my way down probably.
Yeah, that's what one of my friends doing.
I think it's just the smart choice because there's a lot of time. Oh, here we go, look at these 2. Are they going to come across, folks? Yes, they are. They are. Look at these. Beautiful. Hiya, boss. You alright? Amazing. Oh, even the troopers out the way then for a second. Wait, what's this? Oh, I think they're testing the bollards, guys. Maybe they've broken. Notice the police horse had to go around the woman in the chair. Nice thing to see. Uh-oh. This lady's walking on the bollards. If they pop up, and they do come up pretty quickly and somebody's standing on top. Oh my god, there's so much horse muck all over the place. Uh-oh. They're going to need 3 troopers, in fact, 1 to stand on each bollard. They do choose quite curious times though to test these things. I mean, it's the busiest part of the whole weekend. What do we think, guys? Are they going to work, or are they permanently broken and stuck in the retracted position? Uh-oh. That's bad news, though, the fact that they don't work again. I guess, to be honest, probably a lot of detritus, litter, garbage, leaves and so on, get stuck around those metal posts, and sometimes they probably... Obviously, they can't be too highly sprung, just in case, God forbid, they fail. Yeah, probably a lot of stuff gets stuck around them in those gaps. They're quite large gaps, actually, around the retractable part, which means that fundamentally they get blocked. It's a huge problem, isn't it, to be honest? Wait, the soldier's going to have another look. Hold on. He's wondering if they're going to go up or down. I think I'll ask him. Trooper, they're supposed to be stuck down or stuck up? They're supposed to be stuck up. Okay. And boom. Look at that, guys. Gosh. I mean, that happened really quickly. We're talking Viagra kind of speed there. They went from invisible to turgid and ready. Extraordinary. Okay, so this side. Let's see. Wait, actually, well, the second I get in here, we see the gatesman approaching. So, guys, you've got a massive choice of TikTok lives today. I'm seeing at least 3 or 4 people TikTok live streaming. And remarkably for the trooper, nobody today at all was in his way. I was just thinking he might pop into the tunnel. That's the one thing that we've really missed this year. We've had maybe a total of 5 occurrences of and always the blues in the tunnel, whereas last year they were spending hours in the tunnel at the front. That's definitely a big part of it that I've missed this year. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what's going on here. Argument between a big group of Chinese ladies on the left. I'm not sure what they're upset about. No, I'm assuming they're Chinese. They might not be. In fact, I'm not actually convinced they are, to be honest. Having heard what they were just saying, it doesn't have that kind of slightly raw tone. Very curious though to see that lady before, not only touching the horse but also putting her kid's hand on the horse. I was not expecting that today. I really wasn't. Now, bearing in mind that, in fact, tomorrow is going to be, tomorrow's the first. Yeah, tomorrow is the last, or probably, from reading the announcement, the last mounted guard for 3 weeks. I mean, that's good and bad because, on the one hand, it's going to be the Blues and Royals. Which, just trying to think, I mean, to my mind, that's both a positive and a negative. It's a positive because we've already got a flavour of how they're responding to stories, but it's a negative because I would have loved to have seen at least one more gatesmanator shift.
John, have you seen this video?
One of yours?
It's got 4.1 million views in 2 days, but no money. Because, yeah, I watch him what he does with the same spoon.
Wait, where is that in Chinatown? I was just going to say, I was thinking, like, where is that here? This in Chinatown, though?
Chinatown.
He just sat on the floor and ate his lunch.
Yeah, every day. Look, he's giving one bite to dog, and he take one bite to him.
So he's basically sharing his lunch with, I mean, it's kind of cute in a way.
It's one of the most viral videos in 24 hours. I got 5 million views, but I don't get no pay.
This is because it's Facebook.
Facebook, I'm demonetized, so I have no money. But what I'm saying, people really love it. The comments are like really, really good.
It's the dog part, isn't it?
Yeah.
And to be honest, monetized or not, it's still entertaining. People still like to watch it.
No, it's not that good. It's like my channel is demonetized.
Yeah, but it's remarkable how many times this past year you've been in the right place at the right time. Like the cycling Mikey in the tunnel, etc. You've had more luck than anyone this year.
No, but John, I looked for it. I was passing by with Harris, and I said to Harris, look, this video is a viral video.
Camera on, and boom, and you were right. I'm wondering why.
I just put it posted free.
Did you see other people touching the horse?
Sorry?
There was a woman and the girl, and the boy that touched the horse. Did anyone else touch this horse? Because he didn't seem to say anything. He doesn't seem to care.
No, but she took the permission from him.
Wait, she asked if she asked before.
Because of the children.
Okay. I didn't see that, probably because I wasn't concentrating. Okay. I think there should be exceptions, For kids with special needs, I do think there should be exceptions.
live media.
It's not a live media chat, but don't worry. I was just talking to Harris. He's also doing TikTok live now. He's doing TikTok live as well with the second phone. It's like line of people. Just, I don't see the point anymore when there are that many people doing it at the same time. It's like, whose phone do you watch? I mean, to be honest, the army can actually use TikTok live as CCTV if they've got that many people filming. It's kind of chaotic here today. And I have no idea, ladies and gents, why touching is permitted at this end. No idea at all. I'm guessing what's happened is that the troopers have been told you decide individually. Not really a good day for getting pictures for the tourists at all. Breezy, windy. And what a mishmash of people and outfits and so on. It's kind of got a very autumn vibe today, but it's not cold. I mean, I don't think it's cold at all. Oh, here we go. Oh. So Bro's not going to break out into spontaneous rap shooting his latest video. Ta-da. I will try and split it, folks, reasonably evenly. Let me just see what time the changeover's happening. I don't think we're that far off. 25 minutes, in fact, to the changeover. I'm most intrigued to see what the response will be of other troopers.
Do you want to go forward?
A lot of people have noticed, actually, when I'm sort of eyeballing the crowd, a lot of people have noticed that people are filming and that they don't want to be on videos, which is fair enough. To always help one another out, saying thank you for taking pictures of each other. Uh-oh. Greta's like, get your filthy paws off me. Maybe she's going to grab the reins then, take the horse for a little walk. Okay, petting zoo's back, I guess. It's rare for me to not know what to say, people, but this is one of those occasions. I do get the exceptions occasionally for kids with special needs. Not that it's my business to approve or disapprove, it's got nothing to do with me, but I do get it. Certainly from a moral perspective. But adults, I really don't get it. It makes no sense to me at all. I mean, if there is a sign which says you can't do it, why people are being allowed to do it is another one. Oh, good lord, now we've got Bro feeding the horse apples. I was not expecting that, to be honest.
Holiday treat.
I know, but even so, I mean, it's just like either they're allowed or they're not allowed. Which is it? It's getting a bit confusing, right? Oh, cute. This is the horse that likes Japanese tourists.
In Korea.
I'm so sorry. I was thinking to myself, I knew if I said that it was going to be the other way around. This is the horse that likes Korean, South Korean, yeah?
South Korea.
Thank you. South Korean tourists. Damn it, guys. I was convinced that the little girl was wearing Japanese costume, traditional Japanese costume. Oh God, here we go again. We've got Marcy, Mary Ellen, and this is Peter on the right.
We're waiting on you.
Oh, and now Bradley's here as well. He reminds me of an actor. Which actor is I'm thinking of? Trooper is not in the mood for some reason at all today. He really is not in the mood. Uh-oh. I mean, this horse likes his apple breakfast. I've been really surprised. We haven't seen any V signs yet today, guys. Not a single one in the video. I was expecting one, but I haven't seen one. Very unusual for a Saturday.
Closer. A little bit closer. Okay. Very scared. Alright, you're good.
Kid's telling her to get closer. How many more people do we think, guys, are going to touch the horse between now and the end of the video? Bearing in mind we're roughly halfway through the video. This was honestly the last thing I was expecting to see today. It really was the last thing. It's actually funny that I made the Japanese tourist biting horse, yet she immediately wanted to change it to South Korean. Not because, of course, she corrected me, and rightly so. I should have probably asked, but because she wanted me to say the horse that likes South Koreans or bites South Koreans. I like it when tourists interject like that. In fact, it's kind of cute. Oh. I mean, at least the tourists are super happy. Oh, bro's here. That is one stylish dude for a Saturday in London. I don't think I've ever seen that many shades of green. Even his watch strap is green. We'll call him Mr. Green. Who's up next? Everyone that I think was Japanese is actually South Korean, so I'm going to guess these two ladies are also South Korean. I should brush up on my knowledge of typical national dress. That way it might be easier to identify people that come here looking particularly resplendent, like this fellow with his quiff. Okay guys, the good news is that the sun's come out. How's about that? Happy tourist brought the sun. Obviously the very key thing is going to be whether or not we are going to be seeing new signs, official new signs hung, depending on exactly the nature of the work, as they call it, essential maintenance work. Okay, so he actually asked the trooper if he could touch, and the trooper nodded. I think we've got that in the video.
Okay, I was asked to do something here. Thank you. Dito ka!
Sarah, right here.
I was very, very happy today. Exceptionally happy, I would say. That made her delighted. It's funny though because you know, the sign is there, everybody can understand it, but it's not really actually preventing the tourists from touching the horse. Is that like a mace she's got hanging from her bag? I'm pretty sure that mace sprays are illegal in London. If they're not, I would have one. Okay, boom. Okay, so neither the boxman gestured to get the attention of the gatesman. Some very, very, very happy visitors today. They're all happy and smiley and optimistic. I'm V-signing it. I'm reluctant to move, in fact, because there are so many interesting people in terms of what they're wearing at this end.
Don't touch the horse. It's not allowed to touch the animals.
It's a funny thing, you're right, but a lot of the tourists have actually, but a lot of them, in their defence, actually did ask the trooper if they're allowed to touch.
I've
So
seen a lot of videos, so...
very odd mixed messages with the signing. It's really frustrating.
See, my point is, I don't think it's okay for the animals. They're already stressed, I think.
I agree, 100%. And I think this is why they put the bottom sign. But today's been curious because most of the week people were being told don't touch. But this morning so many people did go over and say, can I touch the horse? And the trooper said yes, which I find a bit curious, no?
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of videos, people are getting bite.
Exactly.
The horses and
Yeah, so it's I completely agree with you. It doesn't make any sense. The inconsistency is the curious part, isn't it? Very. Where are you from? Germany?
Yeah.
So first time seeing this?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I understand the tradition, it's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know if it's okay for the animal.
Yeah, it's a good point. Is there anywhere in the whole of Germany that one could see either soldiers or police mounted on horses riding? Ever?
Occasionally on soccer, soccer games.
Ah, like for riot
Yeah.
control. Okay, okay.
Then maybe, but like this, no.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Lots of people wearing a national dress today in different ways, looking beautiful as well. Look at this. Absolutely spectacular. Quite the people watching place though, isn't it, this? Wow, her dress is amazing. Look at this. Or skirt. Beautiful. I would absolutely be delighted to take your picture, yeah?
Thank you.
I'm not going to steal your phone and run away, I promise.
Sorry, not get close to my phone.
No, this soldier's pretty chill, so don't worry, you'll be okay. Oh, she's so lovely, guys. I couldn't say no to her. Look. Let's get her an absolutely perfect picture with the horse. You got a great smile. I took 10 really quickly, so they're probably all 10 of them are probably good, but there'll be one that you'll really like, I promise.
Thank you very much.
No, my pleasure. Gosh, so many beautifully dressed people here today. Got to be something going on here in London. Oh. I wonder where the girls are from with the beautiful dress. Oh, it's so bright. This is from. I noticed the dress, beautiful. Chinese tradition. Okay, wow. It's a really nice thing to see here. Very nice. Okay, so this time I didn't get it wrong, guys, because I was smart enough to ask. Oh. What is going on today? There is a veritable fashion show at this end. Look at this. There's got to be some kind of event in London. It can't be a coincidence. Here's the girl again. Chinese traditional costume. Beautifully dressed lady on the left. I'm not sure what genre I would call that. There's got to be a special event in London today, no? All these dressed up people, it can't be a coincidence. All of these people that are dressed up so well, it's not a coincidence.
They're going some event.
Yeah, it must be.
Chinatown.
Amazing to see.
See the dog man.
See the dog man feeding his pet. Lovely to see this, in fact. A massive respect, guys, to the German tourist that I was speaking to before. Massive respect. He was absolutely right in what he said, and I didn't speak to him to correct him, and I think he understood that. It was more to explain that some of the tourists had asked permission. But I completely get his frustration. You know, as he said, it's all about the welfare of the animal at the end of the day, and it is. Hence, it's having the signs. So these mixed messages are very confusing. The lady that was just feeding the horse a few minutes ago was feeding polos. I heard that because even her husband said to her, "What did you feed him?" She said polos. So we've had apples fed to the horse, polos fed to the horse, and lots of hands over the horse. So if you're confused, guys, so am I at this point. Now, luckily, I'm keeping an eye out. There's no stupidity at all in the yard today. Everyone is keeping way back, to be honest. Totally different atmosphere to yesterday. But very, very, very confusing. These mixed messages, exceptional, in fact. Of course, yeah. Of course I can. Put it over the top so that... Actually, wait, put it on my arm in case somebody touches it. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Okay, changing the horses shortly, guys. Okay. Lovely lady, tourist, who was here a moment ago is back. I think basically she's saying my photography is rubbish, that I need to do it again, but let's find out. And with the sign. I got lots. They're my pleasure. Where are you from?
From Mexico City.
Ah, is it the first time seeing this? All the way from Mexico City?
It's the first time I saw the horses I see.
Beautiful, eh?
It's beautiful.
And you're very lucky because on Monday they're taking the horses away for 3 weeks.
Really?
So you got here at exactly the right time to see this. Yeah.
And I like the horse likes me because
Of course he likes you.
he does nobody. I mean, he does nothing.
Yeah.
He
Very,
likes-
very relaxed
he likes
horse.
being killed.
A relaxed and happy horse. He can. It's those positive Mexican vibes. This is why the horse is so chill. But that's good, no? To have seen this before they took the horses off. It's super good timing.
Could you please give me a little video?
Yeah. The problem is I've only got one hand because I'm making my video. I'm making video, so I can't hold it and make a video unless.
It's already starting.
Ah, okay, perfect. Okay. This way in portrait or in landscape? This way
In
or
landscape.
landscape? Okay. But you're next. You're next. Okay, perfect. This is the first time ever that I'm using two devices, guys, at the same time to make my video and record on the lady's phone for her. All the way from Mexico City. She deserves a VIP treatment in front of the horse, there's no doubt about that. There we go. Got it. You are very welcome. Amazing.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Who's up next, guys? We've only got a few minutes until the changeover. It's really calmed down here, actually. People are now, fortunately and thankfully, keeping their distance. It's a pity we didn't get more time to see at the other end, but there are so many people live streaming that at the end of the day somebody would have captured anything unusual at the other end. I think, to be honest, if only because of the lovely tourists that we spoke to and those extraordinary, beautiful dresses the ladies were wearing, we got lucky. This was the right end, and I wouldn't change it. We've got exactly 5 minutes until the change. I'm just wondering, actually, some of you mentioned that Ormond came over yesterday with the lifeguard. With the long guard, or lifeguard, with the long guard. Hey, I heard the news about Monday. What is it? 3 weeks closure. Really? A lot of people have. But
There's something having here, or just an event?
It looks like maintenance work. One second, I'll show you. It says.
Oh, the second.
So basically no horses. I mean, good for the horses, but bad.
That's good one.
In fact, that's a good idea. If everybody goes to Buckingham Palace
Yeah.
and
There's
annoys...
American bar.
Yeah, well, exactly, yeah. Other options. There are always options, guys. Worst way, the palace, I guess, some people. I mean, the horses are probably delighted. I'm not sure they've actually got the news yet and it's being shared in the stables, but... Oh. Change his mind. Okay, who's next? This horse goes back in, they try and feed it. It's going to be like, I'm not even hungry, guys. Tourist fed me this morning. A very interestingly sparse line in the yard for the changeover. Part of me's tempted to be in the yard. Maybe actually, I can't promise, guys, because I'm out late tonight, but maybe I might be able to make the last day tomorrow before the horses leave. I'll try my best, in fact. Maybe just stay awake all night. Straight to horseguards before I go to bed. That would definitely be a bit of a surreal experience. Okay, let's have a little bit of a wander. 1 second. Hiya. Hi.
You alright?
I thought you were going to ask me something.
No.
No?
John?
It is me.
Ah.
So you were going to ask me something.
I was one of your followers on.
Yeah?
Yeah, love your channel.
You're very kind, thank you for saying that. You got here just in time because 2 more days and the horses are being moved. Ah, okay. Ah, okay, that's interesting. Wow. Thanks for showing me that.
No, yeah, I've been here quite a few times.
Yeah, no, I don't think I saw you here recently. No? Or have you ever seen me here before?
No, I haven't.
Ah.
I've been looking out for it.
So today's a lucky day for us both, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially as, I don't know if you heard, I'm going to put, it's kind of in today's video, but tomorrow is the last day for the horses. They're taking all the horses off for 3 weeks to do works here.
Oh
So-
yes, I know they'll do some work.
Yeah, so there are going to be no horses until the end of September.
My favourite corporal, the horse is gone.
He has,
Dan, he
yep,
was lovely.
yep. He hasn't left, he's still in the HCAV, but he's, let's just say, call it a lateral move. But yeah, he's happy. It was great that we were here for his last day. Yeah, he was, that was the key thing actually. He was very friendly, but at the same time, he was always kind of like, be respectful to the people that asked for pictures. In other words, if people were rude to him, then he wouldn't let them get a picture. I like that, to be honest. That was the best way to approach it. Yeah. Yeah. It's not, to be honest. But the surprising thing this morning. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you know it better than anyone else. Very surprising though, and quite controversial. In today's video, a lot of people have been touching the horse. Somebody asked if they could feed the horse an apple. They were allowed. Somebody fed the horse polos. They were allowed. But it's not making any sense, is it? I mean, if why put up the sign between you and I? Why put up the sign if they're not going to enforce it? I don't understand that. It's very curious. Like, why would some troopers say no and other troopers say yes?
There's one here who was on yesterday. He was very vocal. He told you knew.
Exactly, as it should be.
As it should be. He really lays the law down.
Yeah.
There's another, I think she's the Chisholm at the moment. There's another one that
I personally prefer it because it doesn't. We don't know what their superiors have told them, and it might well have been the case that they just like, look, guys, we prefer it if you didn't allow tourists to touch, but you make your own decisions. But even if they had told them that, and it's at the trooper's discretion, why hang the sign?
Some say yes, some say no, some sit there and don't say a word.
Yeah.
It's a little bit.
There has to be consistency here if they want popular mass behaviour to change and be inherently respectful. It's got to be enforced consistently, hasn't it, and regularly?
I tell you, it's not bloody Disneyland.
Yes.
These are certain troops with His Majesty.
Exactly that.
And they're here to do a job.
Very much so. I was hoping secretly
It's a
today.
shame the old sword can't.
Yeah, it is actually. I was really hoping that might have seen a Chelsea pensioner around, because I was hoping to ask the Chelsea pensioner what he thinks about the Labour government's decision, which they did backtrack on, to close the Royal Hospital.
One must remember the friends happening to many.
So an extraordinary decision there.
I've got two friends who actually Chelsea pensioners. I don't know the word. It's all gone really quiet. They keep hearing these little rumours, and then
Yep,
I wouldn't put it past them.
apparently it was all kind of hush hush, and they were going to announce those cuts in the budget. But apparently somebody obviously was very upset. The MOD leaked it to the Daily Mail, who then splashed it all over the place, forcing the government to backtrack and publicly announcing, you know what, we're going to keep the funding. We're not going to withdraw the funding, because I think that would have been a massive national scandal, wouldn't it?
What happened to the old boy?
Exactly. What I mean, supposing they did decide to close it, or they announce a closure at some point in the future, what are they just going to say to the guys? Oh, sorry, like get out. I mean, how would they actually practically do it? Exactly. Yep. Imagine the PR nightmare of actually turfing, in some cases, very elderly or even disabled soldiers onto the street to save basically nothing.
Not well.
Yeah, I see a lot of the old guys in chairs, etc., with sticks.
You couldn't put them into a hospital, into a normal hospital. They
Yep.
used to die. Up there, they're amongst their own. It's a happy family.
Yeah. And thank God they backtracked, eh? Pretty much. Okay, I'm almost at the end for today.
Well, 3 meals a day, everything's done for you.
I'm rightly so.
Fantastic hospital.
I personally think that's how everybody should be treated when they serve their country. You know?
It annoys me, don't get me started on foreign aid, because, there's pensioners in this country that are starving and, freezing to death, and there's members of the armed forces with the entire boxes on the street.
But there's unlimited budgets for certain other departments, yeah, massively, yeah.
Not abroad.
Yeah, that was, I think, that was the theme of yesterday. I think either yesterday or the video before yesterday. It was about that theme of, hold on a second, take care of domestic matters before international matters. If there's unlimited budgets in some departments, move those budgets, share them with other departments that might need them a little bit more. It's all very curious. Yeah, they certainly are. Yeah. We've got a soft spot for them on this channel.
King's Troop when they were up there. I was away, but I'd love to come up there.
The King's Troop are going to be back in November. For 2 weeks, they'll be here as guest regiment, probably wearing winter order, which are black clothes. So that'll be a sight to see. I've never seen it myself, so.
I saw it once in the Lord Mayor,
In fact, that is a very steep hill up to Strand, isn't it?
I'm not going to lie, Martha Moons made a comment which was heard by the office.
Oopsie.
Didn't go down very well.
I'm going to finish up. I'm very close to the end. I'm still thinking about a part 2, but then again, tomorrow is the last day, so I might do a last one tomorrow. But pleasure though to meet you. Thank you for coming to say hello. Are you following the Instagram account as well? Because if there are like updates about here, oh, you don't have Instagram? Ah.
They're good to keep watch and make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Lots of people coming out the gates, guys. We're very close to the end of today's video. I will try and get you a little bit of footage at the other end of the other horse, just to know which horse it is. I think it's a familiar horse. The trooper at the other end I'm 90% certain is a troop that was on Thor yesterday, so we'll check that in just a moment.
No, you can't.
This guy was definitely, in fact, next to the horse in the video earlier. So it's stableman. It's almost like tourist day, in fact, open day for tourists today. Very different atmosphere to what we saw last weekend. Not entirely sure it's a better atmosphere, but certainly different. Could you fold it in half and put it in there for me? I'm going to finish up today's video. I'm one of them. Which one do you watch?
On Facebook, the horseguards.
That's probably Nick's account.
Wait.
Do you know, one second, do you know this one? Sorry, Roger, one second. He is, but he's in the stables. They haven't brought him out. I don't know why they haven't. They're keeping him away.
He's my favourite. He's temperamental, he's beautiful.
Exceptionally temperamental. Wait, is it going to load? Is it? Yeah, see, sometimes reception here is appallingly bad. There we go.
So you're on London City Walk?
Yeah, you know this one? You never come across it?
Oh, I'll look it up on Linkedin.
Hopefully you'll like it. I mean, if you want to be in today's video...
No, I've already fed them. I've already given them.
Oh, what did you give them? You gave them some polos?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think I saw you earlier because your partner said, what did you give them? And
Just
you
in
said...
case it frightens me.
Ah, today's been controversial because for the best part of the last week, everybody's being told not to touch the horse, not to get close, and definitely not to feed. But for some reason, today, troopers are letting everybody get up. And what do you think about the fact that, I mean, the sign says no touching, but did you
With the horse's acceptance, once I've given him a photo, I can see that he was okay for me to touch his nose, but I wanted to touch his neck.
But isn't it strange though that they bother to put the sign up and then don't actually enforce it? What do you think personally? Do you think that the tourists should be allowed to touch the horse, or a complete ban?
It's hard, isn't it? Because it's all about how people respect animals, and not everybody respects animals. I've watched some of the videos of people that have already been bit nastily by these horses.
Yeah, and the French tourists that come along, and you can see them
They're silly.
thinking about how they're going to cook the horse.
The people are silly. They go too close to the horse. They stand in the wrong place. They jump around.
Yeah, that's the problem. Too many people. You came just at the right moment because tomorrow is actually the last day for the horses. And they're taking them off for 3 weeks. Works are going to be done here and things are going to be changed. There are going to be new rules when the horses come back at the end of next month. So, your timing was spot on.
He's a horse, he's got a blaze that sits just below him.
He's a horse that every single tourist that comes along that's wearing either a red cap or hat always gets bitten by one every single time. Yeah, everyone that's wearing red. I'm still here, guys. I'm just going to finish up the video in a few minutes, everybody. We've still got the tourists in the background looking very sheepish. Some of them. Very interesting to get the perspective of fellow British people as well about the way things are here. Permission was asked for and given to the lady to feed. You too, guys. See you. Thank you. Can you pop that in here for me? Because I need to go finish up today's video. You are very kind, though. Lovely. Thank you so much. I'm going to finish it up with the other horse. Thank you. Thank you. You don't. If you keep flattering me, I'm going to get red and I'm going to blush. See you soon. Thank you, Roger. See you. Really nice to talk to him, actually. Former serviceman, long-time viewer of the channel. First time that we've met. He was an absolute superstar. Delightful. really, really, really interesting and unusual morning today, guys. Apologies for me not being as much, should we say, on it as I am usually, but very difficult when there's so many people to talk to and there's so much going on here. We're at this end, finishing up, because yesterday this troop was on Thor. Just going to have a look, because I don't think instinctively that he's on Thor today. And again, he might be. One never knows. Let's have a quick look. Sorry guys, that was really a sort of all over the place video, but sometimes it happens that way. So let's see who we've got. Huge positive about this weather is the fact that the sunlight is not shining on the hooves. It's also not... Oh my goodness me. Okay, it's a mess. I've got a cunning plan to perhaps get this horse's name later. I can tell you which ones it is. It's either going to be, and this is solely based on being able to see one digit, the other digit is just a squishy mess. It's either going to be, and here is the list of all the horses with this number on the left: Yvonne, Paxton, Osiris, Infinity, Vimy, York, Oscar. One of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You're John.
It's going to be. I am indeed John.
My wife is always following you on the web.
Your wife is always following me.
Yes, it's following. She's a fan of yours. She told me, if you go there, just ask who is John.
Wow, really?
Yeah, she's always watching your...
Italian?
Yes, I'm Italian.
Where are you from? Which part of Italy?
Liguria, near Portofino.
Oh my goodness me.
She's always watching and she's fond of the horse who's biting.
Ormond. That horse is here in the stables today.
He's in the stable
Yeah,
now.
but he hasn't come out. It's been a long time since he came out.
They don't want him to come out.
Yes.
But people is really stupid.
People come from everywhere to see this.
Yes, I know, I understand, but the signboard is clear. Even if you don't understand English, you can read that you don't have to touch it.
This morning has been an interesting one, because at this end, for a long time, people were coming along and touching the horse and even asking the trooper if they can, and he was saying yes. Then some lady came along and fed apples to the horse. Then somebody fed polo to the horse. And the soldier didn't say anything. So today's video has been kind of like, what's going on? Why put the signs up if it's not going to be enforced?
Yeah.
I can't believe you're
But
from
they do allow-
Liguria. You're so lucky. I spent so many childhood summers in Santa Margherita,
Santa Margherita, yes.
which is just, it's one of my favorite places in the
Every
world.
now and then I'm working there as well. I mean, I'm an engineer, so I have some building construction work going on.
Portofino, Santa Margherita. What's the other? Camogli?
Camogli is on the other side of the promontory of Portofino, yes.
Oh my gosh, that's heaven. I mean, it's the best part of
Really,
Italy.
I'm from Chiavari. Chiavari is just Rapallo and then Chiavari. Santa Margherita, Rapallo, Chiavari. But if you do come, please, I don't know, I can give you my phone number, just call on us.
Oh, you are so kind. That's a danger.
I can take you to a good restaurant.
I will spend like the whole summer, I swear. It's funny because probably the end of next week, I'm going to Tirano.
Yeah?
And a few other places for like a European tour, because on Monday they're closing this place.
Yeah.
The horses are being removed for 3 weeks. So yeah, Tirano is going to be one of the places I'm going to visit, and a few other spots.
Tirano, where is Tirano?
North of Milano, just before you cross over into Switzerland. Yeah. So,
Tirano, you mean?
Yep, Tirano.
That's another of my hometown.
Is it actually?
I grew up like I was a kid, yeah. Then we moved to Chiavari.
Oh, wow.
I grew up in a little village about 5 kilometers from Tirano.
I haven't been to...
That's Valtellina.
It's been about probably 20 years since I last went to Tirano. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes,
It's beautiful.
it is. And it's just nearby the border. You just cross.
Yeah.
Even walking, you're going to Switzerland.
This is kind of what I was thinking. Maybe cross over from Tirano, go up to maybe Zermatt, possibly Stade,
You can go
St.
to
Moritz.
Zermatt, St. Moritz is very easy. You can go to Livigno, which is in Italy, but you go to Switzerland because it's the easier route. And before you reach to St. Moritz, there's another place, very nice, where there is a nice walk. Is when you go down from the because you go up to Bernina Pass.
Yes.
Which is very high.
That's one of the most beautiful train journeys,
yes,
isn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
wonderful. Then you go down, and from Tirano you take the Bernina train. It's a train going to St. Moritz, from Tirano to St. Moritz, 2 or 3 times a day, even more, even in winter, if you go up in winter.
I was thinking about Bernino Express and also Glacier Express as well.
Yes,
Another one,
because
yeah.
you go in front of it's the same. You go in front of the glacier. There's a glacier up in Bernina, and from there you can stop, have a lunch or just a coffee, and you watch the Bernina glacier in front.
Heaven, I'm in heaven. I like being in this place, but if it's going to be closed for 3 weeks,
that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
You know?
You make a good choice.
Yep.
A really good choice. And I grew up near there.
it's funny because a long time ago I did many road trips from Ventimiglia down
Yes.
through La Spezia,
Yes.
Genoa,
Gen-
and then only by accident found Santa Margherita and
Yes.
Portofino, and then carry on further down, go across to Rapallo.
I could
etc.
tell you our places is nice also Cinque Terre, but now it's overcrowded. It's impossible even for us to go.
Cinque Terre is bad.
Cinque
though,
Terre is
too many
wonderful,
people.
but too many.
Tourists destroyed it.
May I
Like that.
have a
Like they
picture
just.
of yours?
Of course.
If you don't mind, I
No,
give
no,
it
no.
to my wife.
Hey, let's get a picture together. That way
Yes.
she'll know that you met me.
Let me try because I'm not so good.
And this video, we have to say ciao to your lovely wife.
Yes.
What's her name?
Anna.
Anna, ciao from Horseguards.
Anna. Questo è John.
Hello. Hi Anna, ciao from Horseguards. I'm here with, what's your name?
Gigi.
With Gigi. We're at Horseguards, and he says that you like watching the channel. What can I say? Thank you. I'm glad that you like it, and I appreciate you watching it.
Okay. Ciao.
And ciao.
See?
Wow, perfect.
And I'm happy. Have a nice trip in Tirano. Enjoy yourself. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm super excited to see it.
If you go to St. Moritz and you stay in a hotel in St. Moritz, you must leave your pocket there and forget it. But if you go in Tirano, you can still see all the best places and go to St. Moritz and have all the nice trip without spending a fortune.
I was thinking about doing it that way and then finishing up with a couple of days in Monaco and then flying home, maybe from Nice at the end, something like that, because I haven't had a holiday this year. Actually, I had one in Paris, so it's time for a break. So I thought, you know what, let's do it. Italy's obviously the logical choice. Italy, Switzerland, come on, France, maybe Sweden.
We're talking of nice places, of Berlin and so on. East Switzerland, which is halfway between Italy and there. Have a nice time.
Is it okay? Is it okay to save your number?
Yes.
Especially as you're in Italy. That would be amazing.
I just call you. If you give me your number, I will call you, and then you can call me anytime. Huh?
1 second.
What is your number?
I'm just going to get it now on the phone. Don't say it out loud though in the video, okay?
No.
I keep it quiet. 1 second.
Or I'll give you my number.
Here, type it into here.
Okay. Wait there. 44 74.
Wait, don't say it out loud.
No.
Got it?
Let me try.
Perfect.
If I get it.
It might go, because this is on airplane mode, it might go to voicemail, but that's the right number.
Okay.
Is it ringing?
No.
I think it's probably because this is on airplane mode. This is why it doesn't ring in my videos. This is why I always switch on to airplane mode. Wait, you definitely got it right. 1 second. Let me just double check it. Oh, hold on a second. Wait, you can get rid of the 0044 and just change it to 10 before the 7.
Because you're
Yeah, because you're trying to make an international call when you're already here.
Wait. I'll try to change.
Oh wow! I mean, even me trying to read it. In fact, with all the Italian words.
I have to change it, but let me try it again. I'll start from the beginning.
I'm gonna finish, guys. I'm just gonna finish the video. I'm here with Gigi, sharing my number. I will be back, ladies and gents, very soon. Bye for now, guys. Bye for now.